Hey guys, it's been a while, actually a really long time. I'm still on chapter 11 of 50 Shades of Grey because I refuse to progress any further until I shoot these video vlogs, but I usually get too lazy, and I also convince myself if I don't make the video vlog then I don't have to read any more of it, so I usually get away with that. But it's definitely time since people are asking me if I've finished, and I say no, I haven't finished the book, and so I guess it's expected of me now. Anyway, welcome to chapter 11, the most boring chapter I have read of this book. So, basically what happens in this chapter is Anastasia begins reading the contract, and E.L. James decides to take a really interesting take by actually physically typing up the contract that Anastasia is reading, and you read it along with her. Sorry, my Skype thing is going off at the moment. Anyway. Okay. Oh, no! But anyway, okay, so you're just reading this along with her, and it's really, really boring, and like I literally skimmed through most of this because it's stuff like just very kind of formal writing, like the parties agree as follows, fundamental terms, blah blah blah, Rosie. Like I don't even want to get into this because it is so boring, and it's literally like reading the terms and conditions to iTunes that they have you read every time they update, and it's just like, nope, 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 I am just flipping through this. Like, why would anyone give a fuck about what this says? Why would you include this? This is so boring. And then it gets to the part where they get to what the submissive has to do, and then I just started laughing, and then I got really angry. So there is like a page where my commentary just goes from like laughing to like what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck is this shit? So it goes from like, the submissive shall not touch or pleasure herself sexually without permission from the dominant, so I laughed. And then it says, she shall submit to any sexual activity demanded by the dominant, and shall do so without hesitating or argument. She shall accept whippings, floggings, spankings, canings, paddlings, or any other sort of discipline. She shall not look directly into the eyes of the dominant, except when specifically instructed to do so. She shall always conduct herself in a respectful manner, and only refer to him as Sir, Mr. Grey, or other such titles. And it just makes me really angry, because I'm just like, why would anyone agree to this controlling shit? Like, I don't understand. This sounds so awful. Like, I can understand for like a short time kind of jokingly, but then I'd get really fucking sick of it. But that's just because I'm big on equality and things like that, and I don't like that sort of stuff where I'd have to be submissive all the time. Like, gross. And then it talks about safe words, like yellow and red, the most unimaginative safe words ever, which makes me really sad. And then blah blah blah, and then it asks what the submissive consents to, like vaginal and anal fisting, which makes me really angry, and then also bondage with tape, which sounds really painful, especially if it's like duct tape or masking tape, and then like genital clamps and nipple clamps, which sounds really awful. And then finally, after she's finished reading some of it, she then, Anastasia gets really upset, and she's like, how can I possibly agree to this? And apparently it's for my benefit to explore my sensuality by limits safely. Oh, please, I scoff angrily. Serve and obey in all things, I shake my head in disbelief. And I'm like, oh, look, common sense. And then it quickly escapes, of course. Let's see, what else is there? I'm trying to read my commentary on the side. What it says. So then she goes to sleep, and then she wakes up after 9 hours, and she's like, holy Moses, I slept for 9 hours. I'm just like, that's not anything impressive, but okay. Let's see. Like, literally nothing happens in this chapter. Oh, Anastasia gets a present from Christian Grey. She gets a MacBook Pro, which they're not even available in stores yet. And I'm like, when was this book written? It was written in like 2011. I'm pretty sure they had MacBook Pros by then. I'm pretty damn sure. Then talking about like she doesn't know how to use a computer. just as long as she knows how to switch it on and off. Whatever. Then they begin to communicate through emails, which then I think becomes one of the more dominant methods of conversing throughout the book when I flip through it. It's also just really obnoxious formatting. It looks like that. Just really kind of annoying. And they're just kind of being all disgusting and gross, being like, "Laters, babe." And I'm just like, no, stop. And then Jose calls her, and what happens? They go have coffee or something somewhere, I don't really remember. And then so he shows up, and Anastasia notices that he smiles, his dazzling, toothy, all Hispanic American smile. What the fuck does that even mean? All Hispanic American smile? Like, oh my, what? I don't understand, and that's the funniest thing I think I've ever read, and it just also pains me, because I'm just like, what? What is an all Hispanic American smile? I need to see this. I need to know. That is the worst description of a smile ever. And then there's a little bit of emailing back and forth between Christian and Anastasia Steele, and then the chapter ends. Oh, well, no, she then types submissive into Wikipedia as of like her homework that he gives her. You need to look up submissiveness on Wikipedia and go through all the Wikipedia pages and whatnot, and then she's like really disgusted, and that's the end of the chapter, and it's really boring, and I really don't want to continue with this book, but I guess now I can go on to chapter 12. Awesome. Not really.